Give me a second. I'm trying to adjust here. Well, why don't you adjust before you press start? Go fuck yourself. Want to get some orange in there. All right. Peace, y'all. Truth and love is Krista Laura here. I'm back with another message. Um, this particular video, there's gonna be a channel message that goes along with it, but I'm breaking down the spirit of digestion. Okay. I have made a video on this before, and I don't know if it's still up or not. I don't even know if I even still have it up or not. But I'm just gonna break it down really quickly. This is for anybody who has a hard time getting through their solar plexus chakra. Okay, what I mean by that is um, anybody that has a hard time with uh, eating too much or eating too little. Anybody that has a hard time with keeping food down. Anybody that gets nauseous easily. Anybody that suffers with IBS, Crohn's disease, any stomach or digestion diseases. This message is for you. Okay. Know that everything that I'm about to say is not just physical, but it's also mental, emotional, and spiritual. Okay, they all are one. All right. Um, and I'm gonna get into some chakras, whatever. Okay, so here we go. I explained this in my last video a little bit, but I want to break it down more. When it comes to your stomach, and you have the solar plexus chakra, and you know that chakra is at the top of your stomach, below the sternum. It's the color yellow. That's the solar plexus chakra right there, very bright. The element of that chakra is fire. All right. So when you feel passionate, you ever hear somebody say, "Oh, got that fire in his gut, got that fire in his belly, like he about to go. He about to go do what he loves to do or take charge." That's the solar plexus chakra. When you hear somebody say, "Oh, she seemed a little fired up," she might be mad, and it could be mental, of course, but that's also the solar plexus chakra. Okay, the importance of the element of fire. A lot of people think that fire is. A lot of people think that fire is destructive. It can be, but so can water, so can earth. You know what I'm saying? Um, all elements have the ability to be destructive. But when it comes to fire, it can be destructive, but it can be digesting. It's the only element that can really break down the earth the way it does. Okay, the water can swallow, the earth can crush, and the earth takes a very, very, very long time to digest. Okay, so the earth can digest too, but just nowhere near as quickly as fire can. And the air doesn't digest at all; it just moves. Okay, um, so if you see, this is where the channel messages is coming in. I'm picking up. I feel like crying. I'm picking up a past life. I'm gonna hop into some little past life reading here real quick, and then I'm gonna hop right back on track. Somebody had a past life where their whole house, their whole house caught on fire. Could have been from a cigarette, but it could have been anything. Okay, that left a mark on you up until this life. It could have been a few past lives ago, but you never really been able to digest what happened. Okay, your damn near your entire family died. The only survivors out of everybody were you and one or two other siblings. Everybody else died. Your parents died, the rest of your siblings died, the animals died, everybody just died in that fire. It was a very major fire. I'm specifically picking up on a farm, like a farm fire. Okay. When you try to get help, because at this time there were no cell phones, there wasn't even telephones. Okay, you had to go by foot or um, I don't want to say a chariot or horse and buggy. Okay, you were only able to get around so much, and you ain't had a lot of neighbors like that because everything was so spaced out. When you ran to a church. And when you said what happened, instead of this, he's a priest. Instead of this priest helping you out, he actually abused you in that way. Okay? So it's time for you to let go of. Oh, I feel like crying. Um, First off, survivor's guilt. If you don't know what survivor's guilt is, it's where you feel extremely guilty that you had the ability to survive something that many people did not survive or is not surviving. And you leaving, go please, when you watch this, please go watch the video I just uploaded. Okay? Um, I don't know what I'm gonna name that yet, but I'm wearing the same exact outfit because I'm doing this the same exact day. If you're seeing this, you can stop this video. Please go watch the other video first because it's very congruent with this one here. But I'm seeing chess, I'm seeing dominoes, I'm seeing things you like to play with as a kid. This you may have had a past life recollection of this life, of that life, as a child. You could have been playing games, like board games. So like you were a 70s, 80s, 90s kid. Um, you had like a peak of a remembrance of this life. And then you didn't really know what to make of it, so you didn't really say nothing to nobody. But survivor's guilt, the fact that you had to separate yourself from people in this life, there's a level of guilt and shame that's going along with it because all you're trying to do is save your soul. All you're trying to do is remember who you are so that you can get to your soul's freedom. Ooh, somebody, ooh, no, if you shooting me the evil eye, you got the wrong one. I'm seeing somebody wants me to swallow nails. Okay? If you resonate with that, please pray. Please pray that, please pray that away. So I can't even speak. Pray that away. Pray that away. Okay, affirm that the nails don't even exist. The nails don't exist. The nails don't exist. Do it by threes. The nails don't exist. Affirm that shit. Okay? When you speak, think of a tripod. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to uphold your vision and what you're saying. When you do things in threes, think of it as a tripod. Man, there's so many downloads and so many messages coming through. So thank you in advance for allowing me to pace myself. Thank you in advance for your patience, because these messages are hardcore. They're hitting hardcore. So many of them. So I'm trying to stay on track. So you are or have in or okay. So you have had to suffer through survivor's guilt, and you didn't know it because at the time they didn't. That idea wasn't even tangible enough to put into words and saying, "Oh, I feel guilty for surviving that fire in the past life." Okay, but on top of that, having been abused by this evil pastor. This pastor looked like something from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm not playing. Dark eyes, like you couldn't see the whites of the eyes. The smile was horrendous. Yellow, very yellow teeth, dark in the mouth as if there was no tongue. Okay. Um, this man was so evil. He was so evil. You were able to see what this man looked like. That whole demon syndrome they're coming out with nowadays, you were able to see these demons. You wasn't until, and you were super young. You were like damn near a baby. Like you had to have been 4 or 5 years old when you went to go run for help. And I'm getting the number 18, so I'm feeling like you could have ran 18 miles or it took you 18 minutes to go get to this particular church. But something about your travel and 18. Okay, so like I said, it could be 18 miles or 18 minutes. Um, but this abuse that he had, instead of helping you, you were abused, and it was just one trauma on top of another. Okay, you watched damn near your whole fucking family die. You go and try to get some fucking help, and then you get abused on top of that. You didn't have room for any reprieve in that life. Okay, and I'm seeing that you died from a particular addiction, but I see your stomach poked out. So it could have been cirrhosis of the liver, or it could have been overeating. But your solar plexus chakra did not have a chance to heal because you couldn't digest all that went on. Okay, so that's that past life. Um, damn. I'm seeing these. Give me 1 second. And I'm back. I be praying, but Palo Santo, because I got energies around me right now that want me to choke. Really don't want me to get this out. I'm gonna get this motherfucking message out. You can eat my ass sideways, bitch. You not stopping me from getting this message out at all. Okay. I'm already feeling better with this. So I'm picking up on that. I'm also picking up there was a past life that you may have had in Mexico City is what I'm specifically picking up on. Somebody died of stomach cancer. So I'm getting a lot of solar plexus damage in past lives. Okay. So you can be eating destructively. All right. Listen, I get it. I got a sweet tooth and all that too, and I be trying to uh, have as much control over that as possible. Um, it's time to get back your power. Okay, your solar plexus chakra is all about your power. So, with that past life being said, specifically the one with the fire, do not be afraid of your fire. Okay, don't be afraid of your fire. I'm also picking up the fact that you came across that particular priest. That showed you one of the reasons why you did not want to be religious. Okay. The amount of downloads I'm getting is crazy right now. Puzzle pieces, some going back pertaining to games again. Um, Also, something about Africa, specifically Nigeria, being hooked up to machines for your mind to have you believe that you're somebody else somewhere else. They're playing with your. There's an underground. There's an underground facility that you are currently in and don't even know it. Um, or you have been here and you're having a hard time remembering. I'm picking up not only MK Ultra, but there's like a hospital somewhere that you're hooked up to somehow, some way, um, in a parallel universe somewhere. I am picking up that this hospital is going to crumble. This particular experimental hospital is going to get caught up in an earthquake or something. Something of a natural disaster is going to completely take out this hospital. Um, Thank you, dear God. Okay, back on track. Cause I can't tell you how many messages I'm getting right now. I'm just trying to give you the guys the most important one and stay on track. Stay as organized as I possibly can while I'm channeling. Um, the fact that you tried to go to this church to get help, and then the lives that you lived after that particular past life. When that priest abused you, he anchored you into the idea that the church is the one that um, that determines your future and how you live the rest of your life and how your life ends. Because not only were you traumatized by the fire, you were traumatized by the abuse. And you felt like you couldn't really go to nobody after that. Like, of all people, if you couldn't go to a priest, you felt like you couldn't go to nobody. That priest wanted you to feel like that because in lives afterwards, they this priest wanted you to stay stuck in a church setting while these religious cults feed off of your energy, feed off of your spirit. Okay? With that being said, do not feel guilty for your passionate fires that has nothing to do with religion. Do not feel guilty of your passionate fires that have nothing to do with religion. Because religious people will make you feel like you're nothing. Some of the and some not and I'm not saying all religious people do that. I'm not saying all churches do that. But I am saying there are plenty of churches and plenty of religious people that will try to condemn you. It's triggering your lower chakras. It's triggering your root chakra, your sacral and solar plexus chakra. Anytime anybody picks up a Bible, they say they want to pray for you. Anytime these people um, talk about religion and religion only as if that's the only thing in life to think about, um, there's a lot of religious cults out here that find like they appoint people in your direction to make you feel a certain way. All they're trying to do is activate that energy. What they don't know about you to a certain extent is how much you're cleaning up that energy. They don't know how much you're cleaning up that energy. You may come across a situation that is going to trigger this past life. You may walk past a house that was burnt down and it hasn't been built up since. You may walk past a burning, like you may walk past like I'm hearing a soul fire. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but like a bonfire. Something about fire may trigger you. You may also have a fiery situation happen. Somebody trying to pick a fucking argument with you. I am specifically picking up an ex may come around. I believe we're in the Mercury retrograde. You may have an ex come around. Okay? When I say this bitch, it could be a woman or a man because the way they coming at you is mad bitch. Okay? They want to pick a fight with you. They want to have you lose your spot. They want you to be so off fucking kilter that you don't remember who the fuck you are. They see that you're unbothered. They see that you're coming up. They see that you're trying to come from a place of joy, peace, and happiness, and you are because you worked on yourself for a very long time. I'm picking up this energy. They are fucking pissed because at one point they thought they had you at their fingertips. They thought, and I'm doing this because they were stealing your inheritance, or they may have actually stolen money from you. I am specifically picking up somebody could have stole a very important piece of jewelry from you that either your grandmother left or somebody in your family left you. All right, this person love bombed the fucking shit out of you. They tried to get all up in your shit. This bitch love bombed you, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. You stay the hell away from this person. But if for some reason you can't dodge her, you stay in your heart space. I'm trying to tell you, this person wants to get you so mad. Okay? Swim in the pool of affirmations that I am great. I am unbothered. I live and work with and for God. Okay? Stay in the flow of positivity and affirmations. Anchor yourself in it. Because this bitch want to lift you up out of it. Like I said, this could be a male and female. I'm picking up both energies. Okay? Because I feel like that's just going to be happening to the collective. God wants to see, your higher self wants to see, are you going to pass this test? Okay? Or are you going to crack that bitch upside the jaw? I know you want to. Don't fucking do it. Allow us to take care of justice. Okay? Like I said, please go watch that last video. Because I had mentioned the past life in there too. If your finances are in trouble, please go check out my last video. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying patient, guys. With all that being said, back to the solar plexus chakra. Because your exes are willing to risk it all. They already knew that they were being risky when they fucked with you. So this is their last call for alcohol. This is their last chance to see if they can pin you down, harpoon your fucking ass, and see if they can drag you and put you on a fucking fire like a pig roast. That's what they're trying to do. This is their last effort. I'm hearing the last ditch effort. Okay? Don't give them that satisfaction. If you see like they're about to crack, first off, you can't talk to stupid people. You can't. You can't try to help stupid people make sense of shit when they choose to be stupid. Yes, I don't care about calling people stupid when they choose to be stupid. They choose that. And so if that's what they so choose, very willingly, then that's what they are. Stupid. Okay? You are what you eat. You choose to feed off of stupid ideas that, oh, I can bring this child of God down. That, oh, okay, well, you know, that I know it's stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's stupid. So they're stupid people. I don't feel a damn bit about what I'm saying right now. I really don't. But that's what they're using their solar plexus chakra power for. It's very important for you to work on your solar plexus chakra specifically so that your will doesn't become anybody else's will. Okay? If you get into a heated argument with somebody or somebody's trying to get into a heated argument with you, you have the willpower to step away and keep it moving. You have the willpower to pray. You have the willpower to do your affirmations. You have the willpower to say, I never want to see you again. Goodbye. That's it. You have the willpower to not preach at the person or, um, you know, try to explain anything to this person. They're gone. They're lost. They're lost in this case. Okay? So, when it comes to the fires of your solar plexus chakra, these people want you to be fired up in the wrong way, not in the right way. What I mean by that is they want your fires to be destructive, not digestive. I think that's a word. Because they know that you are working on yourself. So, the more you continue to work on your solar plexus chakra specifically, the better you get to digest everything that's on your plate. You see what I'm saying? So you know how when people say, oh, I got so much on my plate, you have to digest what's on that plate. You eating all the time, whether you realize it or not. You eating all the time. That's why fasting is so important, because on a spiritual level, you get to break down a lot more spiritually because you're not as distracted as when you're eating sugar or even regular food, even food that's good for you. Okay, um, there is a level of distraction that comes when you eat food. So if you eat a lot of carbs, especially, I'm picking up a lot of bread or a lot of rice or a lot of pasta, a lot of cheese, just whatever it is. It's just a lot of it. Um, there is a lot of um, there's a lot of digestion that happens on the physical level that deters us from being able to digest on a spiritual level. Okay, and what we're doing is we're dampening our fires. So you think about it, right? You go out with a couple of friends, whatever, and you guys got a bonfire. If you put a bag of gushers in a bonfire, that bitch ain't gonna go on fire. You know what I'm saying? Put something proper in that fire, like more wood, to or coal, to raise the fire, raise the vibration. Okay. Also, you're gonna get a hell of a lot of clarity. I got this download a couple of days ago. You're gonna get a lot of clarity once once you start fasting for a few days. And the thing is, you may have tried to fast before, but you put too much pressure on yourself. Like, oh yeah, 40 days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a divine being. I can do 40 days of fasting, yada yada yada. But you still have heavy attachments to food. So give yourself some credit if you've only been able to fast for 24 hours. Give yourself some credit if you've only been able to fast for 3 days. Okay? And when I say only, it's not just a little, because the idea of fasting for most other people, they see it as starving. They see it as starving yourselves. And it's all mental. When you starve yourself, you're leading yourself to believe that you're not worthy of nurturing your body via food. Okay? But when you're fasting, you are willing to sacrifice the food that you eat and replace it by eating on a spiritual level for you to have better digestion, so that when you go back and you do eat food, you're coming back with a stronger mindset. You may say to yourself after 3 or 4 days of eating, you know what? This Twix bar, that was my favorite food, but like, I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay. Um, don't be afraid of the spiritual level up that that fasting will give you, because you're gonna need it. We're going into the new earth. You got to be able to keep up with the vibration. Okay. Um, I'm picking up injuries. Some injury to the knees. You have chakras. You have minor chakras on your kneecaps. You also have them on your elbows. Okay, but you have minor kneecap chakras. Like if you this is your knee right here, you got them on the sides like this right here. Okay. I can't. I'm studying. I'm studying more chakras. It's so exciting, but and I forget about what it needs. I mean, I forget about what it means. Give me a second now, cause I have to. I have to put this. I have to put this down. I have to give it to you guys. In the meantime, while I'm looking this up, you guys, your fires are beautiful. If you remember, um, if you remember, if you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon, and Zuko of the Fire Nation used to use anger to fuel his fire. Well, when he no longer was angry, the fire wasn't really coming out of him too much, and he didn't understand why. And it wasn't until him and Aang took a trip over and came across the Sun Warriors, and they had to carry the light up the steps and be judged by these two dragons that they didn't know was alive, because they thought that they killed all the dragons, and they didn't. Um, all the dragons were gone, but he saw the truth of the fire wasn't just red and yellow um, and orange. Zuko and Aang saw that fire because they were both. Aang was afraid of the fire. Zuko was not afraid of his fire, but because he didn't use anger no more, he didn't know where the fire, how the fire could form without it. So with them together, they saw that the fire was also uh, beautiful color, green and blue and purple and violet, as along with the orange, red, and yellow. AKA, they came up from the fear of their lower chakras. Okay, so got it, found you. Knee and elbow chakras, knees. The indentations outside of your kneecaps. These chakras concern showing reverence, bowing. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Sometimes I just need to go with my gut. Going with your gut. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Showing reverence, bowing the knee either to the divine or someone royal or a spiritual entity. I don't know what genuflection literally means, knee bending. The state of flexibility in your knees affects your entire body, and for that reason as well, these chakras are important. All right? Bowing to the divine. So that doesn't mean that you have to bow to the divine. It's just whoever I'm picking up that has knee issues is pretty much just being more flexible in life. And I'm seeing a lot of moves that have been made in your life involve your ego quite a bit, and your ego don't want to bow to nobody. Okay, so that's just really what that really stems from. Fix your gut health. Okay, when God speaks to us, He speaks to us in many ways, but intuition is one of the strongest soldiers of our bodies. Okay, it's like its own fucking counsel in the gut, because it's another brain. Your heart is a brain, your brain is a brain, but your guts are also a brain. So don't clog it up. All right. Um, Last but not least, the information that you want to know about your family and people that have betrayed you, more information on the cult and all that. Um, I'm hearing be careful what you wish for, but you will know, you will have the answer. The answer is inside of you. The problem is you're so used to digesting on the idea of unworthiness that you have the ability to, like, it's the information is trying to creep up to you, but but you keep stuffing it back down with foods that don't belong in your body. Everything is a projection of us, right? So when we're eating food, that food is a projection of how we genuinely feel about ourselves. If we are what we eat, and we do not know that we are beautiful spiritual beings, and we do not understand that we are worthy of being those beings, then we become something else. And we are what we eat, so we become what we eat. If you are used to eating um, certain things, it could be via tradition, and you can be scared of letting go of that tradition because it's like a way of letting go of your family and your family's expectations and stuff like that. I'm picking up specifically Italians. Um, if you're from Sicily, or if your parents is from Italy, or you have deep ties to Italian food, or if you grew up with Italians, whatever the case is, you may have grown up eating a whole lot of bread and pasta. Bro, please listen to what I'm about to say. Other than the meat and sauce, that bread and pasta is nothing but white flour. That, like, poofs up in your gut no matter how much you chew it. Okay? That's like, that is flour that you, like, your stomach is a bag of flour at that point. All right? Um, and then you got cheese, and then you got meat, and then you got sauce all on top of it. And it's a consistent thing because your gut needs to clear from that. Okay. Um, but you are what you eat. So for a long time, yes, it's okay to be proud of your heritage and all that. But I am Italian. I'm picking up on whoever I'm picking up on speaking. I am Italian, so I am my tradition. For Thanksgiving, there might be like a 5-course thing that you do. Um, Antipasto, bread and butter, and then you got the macaroni that comes out. Black people, if you're watching this, it's not macaroni and cheese. I had to learn that the hard way. When you go eat at an Italian person's house, macaroni is pasta, specifically elbow noodles and sauce. Okay, red sauce, but they call it gravy. Okay, and it brought you all this joy and happiness and togetherness when you were around your family and friends and in your neighborhood and all that. But your stomach is saying, bro, I can't eat this shit no more. I can't eat this shit no more. Okay? If you eat soul food, I can't fuck with these ribs no more. I can't keep eating this catfish. I can't keep eating this cornbread. I can't keep eating these greens the way you make them with the pork in it. I can't do it no more. All right? So I'm picking up on a lot of different cultures and different traditions. You gotta let that go because that's not your only means of happiness. When you were a baby and before you even had the food of your culture, you had joy. You had joy, you had happiness, you had peace, you had big smiles on your face way before you got caught up in the traditions of your culture or your family or whatever. Okay, so let that all go. Um, whew, man. So we're very much used to digesting this food, leaving little room to digest what's going on on a deeper level within our spirit, on an esoteric level. Okay? Um, when we eat, there's a level of, you get the itis. You unbuckle the belt at the dinner table, or as soon as you leave the dinner table, you know what I'm saying? You just let that gut fly out, and then you still sit there and say, "Oh, I got a little room for some cookies. I got a little room for some ice cream." You know what I'm saying? Like you stuffing yourself. Um, like I'm picking up on the stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's what I'm seeing in the. I'm hearing heart space, but I'm also seeing this in the gut space, that you're moving. You may be moving physically, but I'm also picking up um, like the things that you used to love to eat, all the things that you used to scarf down and everything. I'm seeing you pack them in boxes and either give it to other people who you feel may need it, or you just throw it out in the trash. That's what I'm seeing. Like you're moving in the gut. So you're no longer allowing those same signals from your taste buds. What your taste has to do with your sacral chakra. Okay. Um, you're no longer allowing your taste buds to take your mind over. Okay. Um, but we eat like this, and then we get too comfortable, right? After all that eating, you don't really want to move. You don't want to do nothing. So what's going to give you that idea of movement and still fulfill your senses, and give you that comfort and give you that dopamine high? Think about it. For many of us, we'll eat, right? And I mean, we'll huff the shit back. A lot of us don't even chew our food well, right? Eating all that meat, eating all that cheese, eating all those greens that the nutrients ain't even in no more because they've been cooked to shit. All that flour and pasta, and bread, um, all that pork, all that all those sauces and sugary this and salty that and spicy this and savory that and umami this and all that. We're getting hit with an amusement park of flavors, right? So we're high off of eating. Then we go outside, right? Rub our stomach, hit the world with a big belch. You know what I mean? Light up a cigarette, light up a spliff, whatever the fuck, right? Have a couple more drinks, keep those dopamine levels up there, waddle back inside, give thanks to everybody, appreciate it. Let's watch the game. Let's chill. Let's put the game on. So then here you are, you got the dopamine levels raising even more, because anything that your concentration and your focus really needs to be on a spiritual level is now focused on that TV. You either watching the game, or you watching The Bachelorette, or you watching Lifetime, or you watching Law and Order, which I can't blame you because I love me some Law and Order SVU. Okay, love that shit. Um, but all the rest of your focus, you're just digesting scripts from a movie. You're digesting plots of a film, or a TV show, or in that back and forth heavy competition with, from one basketball team to the other. So when you let go of all of that, you have you get to see the everything that's fighting on the inside of you. Okay, you get to see what's really going on a deeper level. You get to really understand what's truly been sitting on your plate and why you ain't never been able to finish it or even touch it. Okay. Ooh. So when you fast, you're not starving yourself. Don't even speak that sarcastically. Okay? Um, be honest with yourself and understand that you are worthy, which is a solar plexus chakra um, trait. You are worthy of eating better. You are worthy of the information that you seek. Do not feel guilty or shameful of your psychic abilities that are going to heighten whether you like it or not. So it's just a matter of, listen, you've worked for a long time and had tried to level up on your psychic abilities. Okay? As a little girl, daddy can have a pony, daddy can have a pony, daddy can have a pony. Well, you're not a little girl no more, so you ain't gonna ride no motherfucking pony. But the man that you get might get you a fucking horse. Listen, you know you ain't just hopping on that monkey and just flying on here, there, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Coming back with coming back with a telegram and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's practice that comes along with these abilities, so it's coming inevitably. But you have to be able to get yourself prepared and ready for it. That means you got to change your foundation and your cultural foundations, um, though respectable, they are not. They are no longer feasible. They are no longer able to get you to the next level. Okay, and that's the whole reason why you had to separate yourself for such a long time. All right, because you didn't want to be part of those traditions anymore. Of course, in your heart you did want to, because you love your family and everything. But at the same time, you got to step away because you got soul family to remember. You got your mission to remember. Okay? So that is it for your solar plexus chakra reading / past life reading. Okay? I pray that this helps you abundantly. If you would like a past life reading, you can hit me up at Krista Elora, the Oracle at gmail.com. If you are interested in some wisdom, I have a podcast called Learning Thyself on Spotify. Okay. Please go check that out. I just talk about things I've learned in my life and I share it with you guys in hopes and confidence that it'll help you along your journey. All right. So it's a bunch of lessons I've learned. If you guys just want some advice or you have any questions, please hit me up. I'm here, and I love and appreciate you guys. Please take care of yourselves, cause you got to. Okay, we got 5 more days until this eclipse. It's about to get crazy. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. You know what I mean? Hey, give yourselves a round of applause for how long, for how far you've come. Okay, love you guys. Peace.